Harbaugh now heads to the Los Angeles Chargers.
He wins everywhere. He wins, period.
Justin Herbert, he's a crown jewel.
Well, you guys better enjoy this.
Quick snap, Herbert to throw. Has a man, touchdown!
The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin.
Herbert on the move and throws and touchdown.
I was just trying to show off.
We're going to be known as world champions. And we're going to do it or die trying. Don't let the powder blues fool you.
Who's got it better than that?
Oh, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
Hey.
Oh, folks, welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Wolldog, sitting with my only awake co-host right now, Kev Huggin.
I didn't go to a football game and I didn't have a full day of work, so I didn't, So yeah, I'm here, and my my little bro Kai is he's sleeping. He had a long day. He did the full So we're gonna hold down the
Let the boy
fort.
rest.
Let the man rest, dude. He made the Chargers Instagram for Pete's sake.
I know.
You gotta let the man just bask in the dreams of what that means. Yeah, let it happen. So
let him catch up. He's sweepy.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, obviously, we've got a game to talk about here. It's just going to be me and Kev Huggin because Kyle is off in dreamland, but that's fine. We hold down the fort, and we're here to talk to you, folks. All these things to talk about. We got a big Ask Boltfam lined up, so let's waste no time.
Is it thick?
Oh, it's thick and juicy, baby. Let's start. I was trying to think of something family friendly to say, and I couldn't. So here we go.
Here we go.
All right. Yes, folks, you saw in the instant reaction, we could not wait to talk about this game, this 34-27 game. I mean, just a wild game again to think about. And the more time away from it, the less upset I am about the second half. I don't know. How do you feel about it?
It's a wild feeling, especially these primetime games, man, because when you win a primetime game, everyone and their mom is talking about you.
Yeah.
And they're talking about you.
Yeah.
And I had a job. I was on set today shooting a commercial. I walked in wearing this. Everyone congratulated me. I felt like I was king of the castle. And these are all Chiefs fans. So they just suffered their first loss, but they went out of their way to congratulate me because guess what? We won on prime time.
That's right.
So I definitely got a little, Dave Duggan pouty, which is okay. But during the second half, because that's okay. And I love my dad. But we get a little pouty as Duggan men sometimes when things aren't going our ways. And I had time to think about it, which made being pouty and getting to enjoy going from pouty to jubilant, whatever the word is, was pretty awesome.
It is.
It's a roller coaster.
It's fun to enjoy the emotions, the highs and the lows, because when you're in the lows, they feel the worst. But then when you come out of it, and I remember you stood up, I gave you a hug, and I said,
that was a long
Mr.
hug.
Frodo.
That was a good 15-second hug, just hold me closer, Tony Danza.
Yeah, it was similar for me. I woke up, I was like, all right, I've got some errands to do. I got to go to the store, and I was fully decked out, and I was having people talking to me about hey, let's go for those Chargers. Yeah, Chargers. I had one guy come up to me. It was really funny. I was in Walmart and a guy came out. He saw me. He was like, hey, good game last night. And I was like, yeah, Chargers win. He's like, I'm a Detroit Lions fan myself, but hey, as long as the Chiefs lose, right? I was like, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Loved that. So, yeah.
Who's got it better than us?
Who's got it better than us?
you and the Lions fan.
So, yeah, I mean, when you look at the box score, it's not quite so bad because, hey, we scored in every quarter.
We did.
So all of that talk about us not scoring in the second half, take that out the window because we've got it right under the wire. We turned our homework in on time. We got our touchdown in. And it's great to see how efficient Herbert has been. He still has not thrown an interception in 10 games now.
Psycho mode.
So
yeah,
I'm loving that. This was just a crazy game. I mean, looking at some of the stats, because at one point Herbert was 6 for 6. I looked at you, I was like, he hasn't thrown an incomplete pass yet.
No. And what we didn't realize when we were watching it, 5 of those were completions for over 5 straight completions for over 20 yards.
Jesus.
Whoa.
It's a lot.
Whoa. He's like Beetlejuice. I hate it when that happens.
Don't you hate it when that happens? Yeah. Stat Muse pointed out Chargers rookie wide receivers with multiple 100-yard games since 1980. There's 2 names, Keenan Allen and Ladd McConkey.
Yeah, that was before us, and we're pretty old.
That's I can't. Since 1980.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel right. Did Mike Williams never have multiple 100-yard games?
No, he had it in his rookie year.
No. Oh, in his rookie year.
Yeah. Rookie.
Okay.
Your rookie year, you got to come out of the gates like the best pick that we've ever made, and you're the number 1 guy. And he came out, he's the number 1 guy. Wow. And a lot of people were making comparisons during that game, like, who's your clutch guy? It's just Ladd, dude. He caught everything his way. Yeah. You know, and there were a couple like missteps in that third quarter that, you know, were on fingertips and were close, but no cigar. But
but he was also,
when it mattered, he
seemed to get injured at one point. So I don't know what that
shoulder.
Yeah. So you're asking him to go like, let me get my hands. Let me get that up. And yeah, that's understandable. Some of those misses or drops or whatever the frick you call them. But still, just a hell of a game from Herbert, and I'm so proud of him for bringing home the dub. Multiple passes over 20 yards. That's insane. 5 straight completions over 20-plus yards. Get out of here.
I just think this means so much for the guys that have been Chargers for a while and haven't won these. I think now they know they can win them.
Yeah.
Now they have the confidence to know that our coach is going to put us in the right place to win these games.
Yeah.
And they did.
They did.
Didn't
they
panic.
Put it away.
Panicked.
Looking over at our brotherly podcast, Guilty as Charged, pointing out Chargers edge Tuli Tuipulotu over the last 4 games, 22 total pressures, most in the league.
Whoa.
8 sacks, most in the league.
Whoa.
11 pass rush productivity rating, 11.0 pass rush productivity rating. What does that mean? I don't know, but he's 4th in the freaking league.
Whoa.
And 16.9% pass rush win rate, 9th in the league.
Whoa.
So this was a game that we did not have Khalil Mack. I did love every time they cut to Khalil Mack on the sideline, though.
Oh, he was the biggest cheerleader of that game.
So in on that game. But it shows how deep we are in that pass rush.
Well, and what happens when Khalil comes back? Because he's a monster.
Oh, yeah.
How do they decide on the rotation? Because Bud also had a great game. Like, you have 4 guys when they're healthy. Like, I can't wait to see them all 4 playing at the same time, because they did that, remember, early in the season.
Absolutely.
They're going to be able to bring that back when we get Khalil back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I saw there was a post. I don't recall who posted it. I apologize. But they were showing how, like, when it comes to goal line situations, it's Jamari Salyer that's in at right guard and not Trey Pipkins. And I want to say that they asked Harbaugh or Greg Roman, one of the two, and basically they were like, we like Jamari's abilities on the goal line. So that's when those subs come in. So it would be interesting to find out what are those situations that, like, hey, let's sub in Tuli, let's sub in Bud, let's get all 4 of them out there. Let's have one of them out there, just all those situations. And same thing for like Scott Matlock. Like, Scott Matlock plays all aspects of the game. And I think if I looked at the snap count correctly, I think he only had like 3 defensive snaps. He was mostly an offensive blocker in that game.
But he had a great, but when he was out there, he had a great tackle.
Exactly.
He like stuffed the running back. It was great.
He's so efficient. Like, they put these guys in the right situations in where they are going to succeed. And I think that is what is making this team flourish and do so well, which is just awesome to see a coaching staff recognize the strengths of these guys and putting them in those situations. I love that.
Totally.
ML Football tweeted out, Chargers rookie tackle Joe Alt was the highest rated tackle in the entire NFL this week per PFF. Alt continues to have a legendary rookie season.
Oh, dude, it's funny. And I saw somebody posted that the Chargers fleeced the Patriots remember when we traded up 3 spots
for Ladd McConkey. Yeah.
And then we also traded that trade also brought us Tarheeb.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you got 2 starters in that. Pretty good.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Ortiz, keep it up, big boy. Proud of you.
It's up.
Hey, you're an honorary big boy. Okay. Welcome to the big boy club.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of drafts, like, looking at last year's draft, That's looking to be like an A+ draft right now because everybody on that draft is contributing in some way outside of Max Duggan, R.I.P., the only Duggan to ever be on the Chargers.
Did he die? What happened?
And McFadden. We haven't really seen a lot of McFadden, but everybody else.
Yeah.
Quentin Johnston, Tuli Tuipulotu, Daiyan Henley.
Daiyan, dude, what a freaking...
Daiyan is... and by the way, happy birthday, Daiyan.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday from all of us to you. We know you have a birthday, and Zion has one too. Hey!
Wow. That was impressive shit, Adam.
Improv!
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, 2 birthdays for the Chargers, which Daiyan Henley has just been exploding on Twitter. Everybody's wishing him a happy birthday. It's so nice to see.
Yeah.
And Zion Johnson as well. Who knew? You got 2 guys on this team that both had the same birthday.
Yeah.
Pretty freaking sweet. Did we just become best friends? I think we did. And looking over now at the best record in the NFL, the Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers, currently have the 7th best record in the NFL. The entire NFL, not just the AFC.
Whoa.
The entire NFL at
crazy.
7-3. Yeah. We are just behind Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Philly, Buffalo, Kansas City, and Detroit.
Hey, let's step that up one more. We're gonna go to the game on Monday, so let's can we get one more of those, please?
Just take it up a notch. Yeah, we're technically above Baltimore.
We are
right now.
Truth.
Let's stay up there. Let's keep it up. Looking at the AFC playoff seeding,
Number 5,
Los
baby.
Angeles Chargers are sitting at number 5.
Love it.
And again, above Baltimore.
Yeah,
keep it up.
We'll see. I think I don't know. I'm on cloud 9 right now. Maybe we're getting too ahead of ourselves with this stuff, but let's keep
impossible.
it going.
Can't be too far ahead of ourselves. Can't be. And then speaking of birthdays, we got to mention, because Daiyan Henley, like I said, he's on Twitter. He's talking to everybody. Everybody's wishing him a great birthday, including our head coach, Jim Harbaugh, who texted Daiyan saying, happy birthday, Daiyan. Congrats on punching your ticket to take another trip around the sun. Happy birthday. Make it a great day, a great week, a great month, and a great year. Also, keep attacking each day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Nobody does it better. Bolt up. Enjoy. Jim.
Wow.
He even threw emojis in there.
Yeah.
I see a guy with sunglasses.
Yeah, there's an emoji with like the earth going around the sun. Like,
yes.
Dude, this guy, I love him. And can I tell you something else he did today that made me love him? I just appreciate him.
Yes.
And it's a little controversial because we like this guy a little bit, but Daniel Popper kind of threw a backhanded comment at him after the game, like the blown lead, and coach, when he said it, it kind of perked my ear up. I'm like, oh, that was kind of a little jab. And it was like a nice question with a little jab in there. Like you can't ever say something fully nice.
Yeah.
And then they did the press conference today. Apparently, he's got a steel trap because he doesn't forget anything anyone says, and called out Mr. Popper pretty harshly. And I can't imagine what the energy was like in that press conference room at that point in time.
Well, because in the press conference today, he did that thing. And I could see your dad doing the exact same thing where he's like, because you guys know more than me, obviously. So,
Oh, yeah.
When he makes that kind of a comment.
The hardest shit. That was so
just
hard.
Like the passive aggressive, like, hey, man, you're the one who said, you did. You said blown lead yesterday. And I mean, obviously you guys know more.
Dude,
than me,
I felt like I was in trouble listening to him talk. Like I was like, oh shit, do I need to go to my room? Like what's happening here?
Like, I mean, do you need me to wash the car? What do I got to do?
Yeah.
to get out of
it's the bad most parenting Popper's had in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was something. Yeah,
hey, Popper, keep being you do, but you got to take the temperature of the fan base because we don't always agree with the negative backhands with the questions. So
yeah,
you do you. Not telling you what to do.
Mind the wording.
Yeah,
that's all we're saying.
Yeah, come on.
Ask the question. But
hey, we can
mind the wording.
We can be respectful and still ask good questions.
Yeah,
just be respectful.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, or not, whatever. If don't
listen, it's drama either way. We're just sitting on the sidelines eating popcorn. Yeah,
he doesn't listen to shit, and he doesn't care, and that's fine. But whatever.
Let's see some quotes. Daiyan Henley on the win yesterday said, "This is a different team. It's that simple. This is a different team. This is not what the Chargers have been or what the fans here are used to. And the best part about it was that we rallied together. Coming together.
And I keep going back and seeing these videos of our home field advantage, dude, and like people celebrating and hugging and like the energy that's going on in that stadium after that game, man. Like, this is what it's all about. It's bringing people together. It's finding your friends and this mutual love you have for this thing. It's just, it's cool that it's all happening together,
Oh, yeah. It is. And it just, like I said, it's making me that much more excited for this upcoming game on Monday. Like, now that I've seen what happened on Sunday night, it's like, I want a piece of that.
Are you ready to lose your voice?
No, because that makes me money.
Well, you're not going to help us get home field advantage.
I will find other ways.
So you got to work on your whistling.
Noise.
You got to work on your whistling.
I legit looked up, like, are noisemakers allowed in the NFL stadiums?
Yeah.
And the answer is no, they're not. So I can't bring any megaphones or anything like that. But maybe I can makeshift one.
I'll be subtitle Kevin on Tuesday episode next week. I'll do it for you.
I'll interpret.
Yeah.
And then Coach Harbaugh on the win said, great team win. Just really proud of the team. Our guys don't flinch. They're not afraid of any work or any challenge, any new challenge. They attack it. Tremendous feeling of victory. I've said that since the beginning and since arriving here. It's at the highest level with our guys, our players, and throughout the entire organization. It's a winning mindset. Guys aren't afraid of anything.
Hard.
Like-minded savages, I believe is what
right.
Harbaugh called them. And these guys, even in the second half yesterday, like the first half, everything was cooking. Everybody was on the same page. Even in the second half, it still didn't feel like we're falling apart.
Yeah.
Just things were out of sync. They just weren't in their groove.
Little fumble, just a little tiny little baby Herbert fumble changes the dynamic of the game.
The Herbert fumble, I really think had to be in his head because like the whole first half, I mean, we were seeing these huge chunk runs from Herbert, but ever since that fumble, I don't know that he had a run after that.
No,
I think he either got sacked or threw it away or tried to throw it, tried to make a pass happen and it was not connecting.
It's an interesting thought.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that, I'd have to go back and double check, but ever since the fumble, like, I think that's what really kind of tumbled things into the wrong direction. Which,
he in his mind, he was getting a little too cocky because he was running out of bounds too, and he kind of turned it up. He could have gone out of bounds. He turned it up to lay the boom on.
He wasn't sliding.
He wasn't running out of bounds. Crazy confidence is what it was.
So I mean, I'm not the one that called Herbert cocky. You did, but
no, cocky's. I don't think cocky's a bad thing at all.
No, but he's such a humble quarterback. Like, it's just weird to picture him in a cocky mindset. That's all I'm saying.
Cocky's a good thing. I like cocky. Cocky's solid.
You heard it here first, folks.
I meant that as a term.
Kevin loves the cocky.
I meant that as a term of endearment, not as a negative.
That's yet to be determined. Joey Bosa on the win said, blowing them out would have been nice, but I think it's important for our team to pull off one like this. It's been a lot of games through the years where we've been put in that position and came up short. So I'm just proud of everybody. Winning is what matters.
Coming from the last remaining San Diego Charger.
Yeah.
So he's been through.
He's seen it all.
Shit. He's been through all the shit with us, and he's like, cool. I like it. If he's doing that, this is great. This is awesome.
It's the truest thing. We have been put in these situations before, and we always come up with a loss. Not always, but more often than not, come up with a loss. So for the worm to turn, as Harbaugh likes to put it, that is something like it's important that we didn't lose the game. And like I've seen people talk about, like, but the kicker missed 2 kicks. Hey, dum 7 points is more than 6. Doesn't matter. Okay, those 2 missed kicks were awesome. You're welcome. By the way, miss it chant. 60% of the time works every time.
It does every time.
But to come out with a win, that is just the biggest thing. You just got to come out with a win. It doesn't matter how you get it. And in this case, it ended up with a JK dot. I've watched that play so many times here in the play call. It's like,
I just watched everything so many times today.
It's so much fun to see this team turn it into a W. Because that's all you got to do. Just turn it into a W. We're not going to look back on this day and be like, oh, man. Like, it's not. It's just going to be a W. That's all you're going to see is that W column.
I'm just going to pretend like that third quarter never happened, and then that's just that game in my head for the rest of my life.
There you go.
Yeah. Easy.
And then on Herbert, Slater said, never count number 10 out. We always know he's a play away from doing something special. We have total faith in him at all times. Bosa added, you expect it. You have full trust and belief in him that he's going to get it done. Dobbins said, start the MVP talks. Love it. He's a baller. And then Harbaugh said, he's as cold-blooded as anybody can possibly be.
Oh my God. Oh, you know, it would be an interesting tattoo. If say we go the craziest furthest you could possibly go in the NFL season and things work out. I'm not going to say it, but just say that.
Yeah.
Imagine a tattoo with all the best Harbaugh-isms as like somewhere on your body, just a creative way of putting all this shit, because it's the hardest shit. It's the coolest shit. If somebody looked at it, I'd be like, whoa, that's hard, dude. Who said that? What Viking said that in like whatever year?
Yeah.
Like, no, that's my football coach.
That's our coach.
Yeah, suck my butt.
Well, folks, I can't think of a good transition, so I think it's just time to talk about our sponsor this week, Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is the best place to cash in on all your takes this football season. Which players are going off, which ones are ice cold. Make your entries in just a few taps and turn your sports opinions into real money. Like Red Zone Rush, a game you won't find anywhere else. Just pick whether or not a player will score a TD by swiping right for yes, left for no. It's as simple as that. Plus, your entry will be automatically boosted, and you'll get a 51% profit boost when you play. You could win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on player stats like passing yards, interceptions, touchdowns, and much more. And Underdog is the best place to play champions. So sign up and deposit now using promo code CCHAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly.
I did this. I was like, hey, I want to see if this promo code works. It works. Love it. And it's become a real passion of mine when I have nothing to do and there's a game on that I just want to be invested in. It changes the dynamic. I'm telling you guys. And you can, you don't need very much to be able to do it. So it's pretty awesome.
No, I mean, especially when you use the promo code to get that bonus.
Yeah, bonus up, baby.
Bonus
and I
went instantly.
I did the UFC this last weekend too, because it's not just football. I did the UFC, which was I did pretty good. It was pretty good.
Did you?
Pretty. Yeah, I used to be really into the UFC, and I just haven't been in a long time.
I remember we used to go to those UFC fights.
It was a big fight, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like bam, 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 and I hit him, and it worked really well. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, because there's so many different things that you can pick in these situations, because it's like passing yards, receiving yards, rushing touchdowns, receiving touchdowns. There's more. I'm trying to think of them.
And you don't even need to like do it on your own, because they have these like celebrity picks where you can be like, you know what, I want to go in with them. That's their picks. Let's do it. It makes it so easy. I'm telling you, I know they're our sponsor, but it's too much fun, and you should definitely give it a try.
There you go, folks. We highly recommend it. I mean, if there's celebrities involved, I mean, who knows more than celebrities? Download the app today and use code CCHAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Must be 18 or over 19 in Alabama and Nebraska, over 19 in Colorado for some games, over 21 in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concern with your play. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. That's 1-800-639-8783, or text NEXT STEP to 53342. New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY, or text HOPE-NY to 467-369. And after you're done making picks on whatever sport you choose, you can go on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/ChargerChat. Check out all the fun, silly videos we got going on over there. We've posted videos on our previous games that we've attended. Kevin and I did back-to-back week 1 and 2. Sweet videos posted. Fun times had.
Do you want a documentary? Another one?
Yeah.
Because we're going to have to make one then.
There's going to be one of...
There's got to be one.
There's got to be one of Kevin and myself's first time going to a primetime game in SoFi. So if you want to know what we experienced, you're going to have to go over to Patreon. Patreon.com/ChargerChat. And if you don't want to go over there, it's fine. If you want to watch the sweet videos we're about to post, you can go over to our regular website, chargerchat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we got over there, like t-shirts, hoodies, and stickers. You can chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in the members section and ask questions and ask Boltfam. So go check out chargerchat.com. All right, gang, it's time to go on to the next segment, Ask Boltfam.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys. Don't jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do. I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated. Catch you later, dude.
Okay, love you, boy. That's right, folks. Time for Ask Boltfam, and we start at the top with Carl Bowlingtoft.
Carl.
Who asked the question? Game ended at 6 a.m. Danish time. It's now 7:19. Still can't sleep. This is not healthy. But what a win! And the miss it chant at field goals came up clutch again. Did we finally exorcise the demons from that Jaguars game with this win?
This house is clear.
Yeah. Yes. This is
Exorcise the demons.
This is taking some of that taste out of the mouth, because I could see it in your eyes as I was sitting on the couch. I could look at you.
I could taste the pennies. I could taste that terrible, terrible metallic taste, and it was just coming on me in waves. And yes. I guess what? I hockaloogied that out of my life, and I'm no longer tasting pennies.
There you go.
Stupidest shit I just said.
You heard it here first, folks. The pennies are out of our mouths.
Well, and also, Carl, proud of you for staying up that late. You know, that's commitment.
That's huge. Yeah.
And you're probably sleeping right now with Kyle. You guys are in a shared dream. It probably makes sense.
Yeah. A shared dream.
It's like meeting for the first time. That'd be kind of funny, actually, if we could do that.
Yeah, I saw Morthenian was also up pretty late too.
He's got the new baby too, so that just worked out. Just like let mom sleep. I'll stay up, honey.
Well, if I'm gonna keep up with his baby, might as well watch the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels a pretty exercise there, Carl. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Big Red Bolts fan, and shout out to Scotty B63 and Doobie Doo going with Big Red Bolts fan, who asked the question. The Chargers no longer Charger. The QBs let them swing, but Herbo's was larger. The Chargers no longer Charger. As Gold member may query, who's your Faja? Justin Herbert, like of course, duh. This conversation goes no farther. Do you agree with my friends? Does this win mean that chargering ends? K love you bye, F the Raiders and their friends. And what's with Burrows and KOTB style frosted ends?
Yeah, he's giving me real 90s energy with that. I felt like I was at like my freshman year of high school. And like, he needed some Jinkos and he'd have been rolling.
Oh, wow.
You like that call back, huh?
That was a full and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needed some of those like cargo pants with like the zippers that turn them into shorts.
Yeah. and he needed like a shock absorbing CD player.
Yes. You know? 100%.
Yeah.
And a silver ball necklace. I had two of those.
And a puka shell.
And puka shell. Yeah, puka shell.
What other 90s wristband things you want to talk about?
Put them down in the comments. Let us know.
Yeah. What's your favorite 90s attire?
But yes, chargering. I'm already hearing it from every pundit going like, not anymore. It's not happening. It's not a thing.
I've seen a few different things too, and it's not just Harbaugh being like, we're not charged. Well, I don't even know what that is. We're not doing it. Yeah. It's like J.K. Dobbins, like, nope, hold my beer. We're not doing this. This isn't happening.
Not on my watch.
I'm just gonna score this touchdown and ram it down their throats. I don't even care. Hey, we know we're not charging. We're just gonna score this touchdown, and it won't even matter because that's how not charging we're gonna charge at this.
It has literally been handed off to the Cincinnati Bengals.
They charged it.
They bungled it. The Bengals bungled.
The Bungles.
They done bungled it.
Yeah. Bengals bungled.
Yeah, because it is crazy to look at the comparisons between what they've been dealing with and what the Chargers have dealt with for years now.
Yeah.
And now that you've just got a different coaching organization in there that is there to lead these guys to wins, game planning accordingly, it's not part of the lexicon anymore, and it won't be.
How about this? One more of these close games, and we can really just put it underground. We'll just we'll throw some dirt on it. We'll have a
ceremony.
We'll have a ceremony. Well, you can find the ceremony at patreon.com/ChargerChat.
There you go. So there you go. Big Red Bolts fan, Scotty B63 and Doobie Doo. Thank you guys for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Andrew Ramsey.
What's up, Andrew?
Who asked the question?
QJ.
Holy! Kyle, what a night for you, my friend. I got chills for you just watching the game. I could still hear the third down siren sound in my head and while I was trying to sleep. Anywho, Cardiac Bolts is alive but dead. We need a new name for this. What do we call a game like that now? Great weekend for me, LOL. I found my lady friend to go along with 123 yards of my man lad and an epic win to put the cherry on top, LOL. K, love you, bye. Well, congratulations, Andrew, on getting a lady friend to watch some football with you.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Well done, well done.
Golf clap.
Golf clap for Mr. Ramsey.
Golf clap, sir.
But as far as Cardiac Bolts, what do we call a game like that?
The Bungles, dude. You bungled it. You bungholed it.
So no,
you got
bungled it. We need some teepee for this
my bungle.
But for close games for the Chargers, are we? Is that your final answer?
We're just going to call them wins.
We're just going to call them wins.
Every day I win, no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah. They're just some rapids. You just got to endure the rapids, and then it just calm waters down the way. So
confidence and victories lie on the other side of the hill.
There you go.
Just enjoy
the rapids.
Yeah, enjoy the rapids.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah,
I promise.
Yeah, just don't hold on and freak out and want to cry like Kevin did in the third and fourth quarter.
Don't pitch
just
yourself
hold
over
on
the
and
side.
Be happy that it's crazy, but it's going to get better.
All right. What do you folks think we should call him? Put him down in the comments. Andrew Ramsey, thank you, buddy, for asking the question.
I'm bungled.
We're probably not bungled. Let's move it on now to Jacobo, who asked the question.
This game was huge. Sure, the Bengals are now forward 7 and perhaps out of the playoff contention, and some may place the Chargers in the but look at the teams they've beaten list as if the Harbaugh-led Chargers are pretenders. But if Chargers lost, they would have only been one game ahead of the Bengals, along with being on the wrong side of the tiebreaker. This game was a must-win. Harbaugh requested fans to show up, and boy, did it deliver. Fans got to experience a great atmosphere, a great game, but most importantly, a great win. I'll say it again. This game was huge. Herbert did have a shaky second half, but he delivered when it mattered most. Now off to face the Ravens. If Chargers win, it'll be an uphill battle for Baltimore to win their division, meaning they will be competing for a wild card spot against us. A Chargers win would mean they are on the right side of a tiebreaker if things shake out the way at the end of the season. This team is for real, and I'm loving every minute of it. Harbaugh has this team bought in and believing, so much so that they have their sights on the division. Screw the wild card scenario. In Harbaugh we trust. In Herbert we trust. Top 10 QB. Am I right, Kevin? LOL. Love you guys. K, love you, boy.
They don't forget, Kevin.
That's not what I said, Jacobo, and you know that, and you're just being a goofy butthole right now.
Yeah. Keep it up, Jacobo.
Yeah, Kyle's not here to pile on.
No, he's not. That's for Friday.
Yeah. We'll read this question again on Friday.
But yes, this was a great game. This was a must-win game. This was a game that put the Chargers now. The list or the graphic you had up here said 89%. ESPN has them at 95% making the playoffs.
Well, it's interesting because all the other AFC teams aren't doing well. The Dolphins aren't doing well. Everyone's 2 or 3 games behind us right now.
Yeah.
So we just need to stay on course, keep going. And everyone's saying we haven't played anyone. It's crazy. Even though that team is 4-7 now, that might be one of the better offenses we play in terms of their wide receiver firepower.
Yeah.
And we still held them to 27, which is great because we still have the best defense in terms of points allowed. We're still in the lead.
Yeah. We're still on top, baby. And I think now, I think I saw we're second in the point differential conversation as well.
Second or third. I think it's third.
Okay. Might be third.
Let's roll the dice.
Hey, top three.
One of us is right.
Top 3 point
Add it in the
differential
comments.
for the Chargers? When was the last time that happened?
I don't know.
It's been a hot second.
I don't know, Adam. I don't
That's okay.
know.
You don't have to know.
Okay.
It'll be all right. But Jacobo, thank you for reminding us of how awesome the Chargers are.
Yeah, these are great scenarios. Like, thank you for absolutely the tiebreakers and how it all works, because these head-to-head matches are important.
Because, dude, I mean, Kansas City has been winning these games by, like, the skin of their teeth.
Yeah.
And they finally lost one. Could that be the start
of the snowball?
Of the downhill?
That's going to...
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't know. Could be. It really could be. Just give it time.
There's still plenty of games. How many games we got left?
A lot.
We got 7 games left.
Yeah.
A lot can happen in 7 games. Jacobo, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move on now to Leo Martinez, who asked the question. I can tell the home field advantage has been increasingly better these last few games. Harbaugh asked for us fans to show out, and from what I heard, they did. So when do you think this will become a frequent occurrence?
Well, let's find out on Monday, because I'm telling you, everyone that was at that game and experienced that, if they have the means, I'm pretty sure they're going to be going back to that game, going back next week for another primetime game. Back-to-back primetime games, but even bigger because you got the brothers. It's like, man, I want to be like, I want to be where the people are. But I don't remember the last time I was at a Charger game with their home field advantage. It was in Qualcomm.
Oh yeah.
But it's been so long, and we've fought the stigma of not having a fan base, but guess what? We do. And they're showing up. And that's because Harbaugh asked us to. Apparently you just needed to ask us nicely.
Yeah. That's all you had to do.
And then do this, and then we come.
We didn't know we were invited.
Yeah. Thanks for the invite, Coach. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, dude, winning games like this in prime time where everybody sees, that's the biggest thing. Like you said, like everybody and their mom saw this game on Sunday night, and winning in that way, hearing the crowd in that way, and everybody that was there got to experience that energy. This is the start. So it might take a couple more games to finally get to that like consistent. But I feel like by the end of the season, we're going to be there.
I hope so. I freaking hope so. We'll know. We're going to be able to report back. You know, we haven't seen it in firsthand yet, but we'll know Monday.
Yeah. So Leo Martinez, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move on now to the Lago, who asked the question. So I have a theory here. As Hugs put it so eloquently in our chat, Molden took one for the team. He got kickered in the dicker. So we as Bolt fans didn't have to suffer another crushing blow. We salute you, Elijah. What a game. My question, being there in person, is if we're too polite as a fan base. We definitely made some noise last night, but it could be amazing in SoFi. Feels like folks around me in 235 are worried about offending those around them. I told some dude to go home if he wanted to sit and watch the game. I pay for season ticks to go lose my voice and jump around. Thunder Alley is pretty cool too, I guess. Just a thought. But boys and girls, what a win. Bring on the Ravens. We have a message for them, pun intended. We're the captains now. K, love you, bye.
All right, I got to come clean.
Oh, boy.
Kickered in the dicker was not an original thought. Wool Dogs said it to me, and then I went from my ear to my fingertips, and then I put it in the thing before he could do it. So I'm a man that will admit when that's not an original idea. I'm not, I apologize, but it was pretty damn funny.
It was a group effort, my friend. You started it. I thought of it. Your fingers typed it. We were in the same room.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Kickered in his dicker. which was tough to see. When we saw Elijah Molden go down, it was like, oh no.
I was like, oh,
what
God,
happened?
is this going to be season ending? I'm like, oh, yeah.
And then you see
pride.
the replay and you see Cam Hart's foot spinning in the air and boom, just right between the uprights, man. And it was...
he wasn't wearing a cup.
No, clearly. Yeah. But he was back in the game later on, so iced it down and called it good.
God, that probably hurts more than like a blown ACL or something.
Oh, clear. I mean, he
just... to the nuts.
He just balled up on the field there. It's just like
a baby. He just turned into all fetal position.
Mama! Yeah. But as far as being too polite in a stadium, it's a fine line, man. It can be a fine line because you're talking about a stadium that's full of drunk idiots and there's so many times now that we can scroll through Twitter and find two knuckleheads throwing blows at each other. Yeah. So you can support the team. Absolutely support the team. Stand up, scream, shout, all that kind of stuff. But just don't engage with the knuckleheads.
Well, I think he's trying to say he wants more people to get up and get loud.
Oh, well then, yeah. Everybody get up, get loud.
Yeah, he's saying that there are other Charger fans that aren't just like getting up and getting loud. My thought is that they just haven't had any practice. This was like the second time we've had home field advantage in like 20 years.
Sure.
Give them an opportunity to get warmed up. They don't want to pull a hammy. They don't want to pull a celebration hammy.
Right.
They don't want to pull a third down, get loud hammy. We don't want to pull any hammies. You know all about that, Coach. You don't want to pull any hammies.
No hammies.
No hammies.
No hammies, no hammies, no hammies. Stop. Yeah, they just Lago. You got to show them how to do it.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, everybody, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Teach them. Grab someone by the hand, lift them up out of their seat.
Follow my lead.
Yeah. And then you just dance them into being loud.
There you go. All right. The Lago. Glad you lost your voice and had fun there, buddy. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Zach Shelton, who asked the question. Look at the difference one season is from another. Our first 2 picks last year in the draft, QJ and Thule, are having great seasons. And then look at somebody like Dobbins. His whole career has been characterized by injuries. He comes to the team this year and he's doing great. He had 4 surgeries in 2 years. Can't forget about Henley as well. Hey, bolt up.
It's kind of funny that Tom Telesco leaves and his best draft is the one that he got fired on.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
It is. Because, the name I was trying to think of, too, Darius Davis.
Yeah.
You get Darius Davis
1, 2,
in the 4th round, and he's a second-team All-Pro in his first year, his rookie season. That's a steal.
Ayo.
These guys are still paying off in dividends. And, again, just loving that this coaching staff is finding ways to utilize these guys properly.
Yeah.
Quentin Johnston was a bust last year. That's what everybody was saying. And then Kevin Duggan bought his freaking jersey.
I willed it into existence
and made it happen.
Yeah, I hit my savings account pretty hard, but it was worth it for you.
That's
guys.
Fine. One of your kids
do it
need
again.
to go to college.
Yeah, I'd do it again. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
But yeah, no, seeing these guys come into fruition, doing great, and Dobbins especially. The Dobbins surgeries, I don't think it's looked at often enough for what he's been able to contribute to with this season. I mean, MCLs, LCLs, just you name it, he broke it. Like it went through the ringer and he's coming back and there's like just no slowing this guy down. He's leaping into the end zone almost every time he gets a touchdown. He doesn't just walk into the end zone. He's diving into the end zone.
I'm telling you, we need to re-sign him immediately.
He should.
He has to be on this team for the next few years. He just has to be. Yeah. I don't remember being this excited about a running back before. Mm-hmm. Like clutch.
I'm with
stuff.
you. I'm 100% with you.
Yeah.
So there you go, Zach Shelton. Thank you, buddy. Let's move it on now to Darius
David,
who asked the question. Ball Law states Jamar Oslad, all his ice. What do y'all think? Ice to see you. Yeah, dude, Jamar's grills were blinging. He had some shiny teeth.
I guess when you have that, you don't need a mouthpiece because your teeth are protected.
I guess. I don't know how that works, but that's how he's doing it.
He's got an expensive mouth, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's got a purty mouth.
He got a purty mouth. But I'm not too familiar with Ball Law. I didn't study there, so I'm not sure what the rules and stipulations are when it
You're
comes
not
to.
familiar with ball law.
I'm not, not their rules and regulations. So
I would love to see the lad with one of those grills.
I would. Oh, Photoshop, please.
Oh, dude.
Peaky Bolts, get on that.
Oh, and I got to tease something. We're talking about lad.
Yes,
there may or may not be one of our contributors has a music video coming soon.
Oh shit!
And it's that's all I'm gonna say.
Have you seen it?
No, not yet. But
okay,
I've seen some behind the scenes clips of it being made, and it's gonna be cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, my appetite has whetted.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, as far as Jamar owing lad all his ice.
He just I just imagine somebody like holding him down and he's like pulling his shit out.
No. Or he just sadly here.
It's like a retainer, drops it in a glass of water.
Take it. I don't want it. But we'll study up on ball law there, Darius. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Marco DeLeo, who asked the question.
A win is a win. Let's freaking go. Okay, what do you guys think happened in the second half? How does the team change so dramatic from one half to the next? I know Cincy made adjustments, but our Bolts just were a different team that second half, especially our offense. Appreciate you guys. Bolts up.
I think it was just a couple moments of just blown plays like that. Just your Taylor lost his guy. They just have great receivers, and they started like going for it. Like, they had nothing to lose. They were down so far that it's like, all right, we're not really going to run the ball until we get caught up, and they just were throwing it everywhere. Yeah, and I'm not worried because we haven't seen our defense give up anything like that before. Yeah, so that was just a weird.
We haven't given up more than 27 points.
No, our secondary's been clutch. So yeah, I think those guys are just the fact they got T. Higgins back. Like that was huge. How do you compete with that? That's a tough combo.
Yeah, you got two wide receivers that are able to create separation. We had some flags that didn't go our way. On offense, you had Herbert that was really trying to put balls in places that were tough to catch sometimes. Like, I mean, there were pinpoint accuracy, but if the receiver's not in the right position to catch those or whatever the situation was, it just wasn't working. They just weren't clicking. They weren't in their groove, but it didn't matter at the end of the day. They had pulled out the win and they found it when they needed it most. I mean, you had that last drive, I think it was like 40 seconds were on the clock. Yeah. And it only took like 4 plays, 2 to Ladd McConkey and then 1 for J.K. Dobbins to run it into the end zone. And boom, there it was.
When I was getting stressed out too, because I was telling you, like, we haven't shown that we can move the ball in the second half at all. Yeah. Like, we're going to get the ball back with 40 something seconds. And what are we going to do with it? What's going to be any different than what we've seen before? And it's like, oh yeah, we have Justin Herbert and he's pissed. He's a beast. Yeah. And he's going to fix this for us.
He's been in this situation too many times. Yeah. And I'm not going to let you do this in front of Jim Harbaugh. So yeah. Everybody can sit out.
Pretty much.
Go up here and out.
Yeah, pretty much was how that went. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. It's probably a number of things, Marco, but they came out with the W, and I don't foresee it being a problem in the future. And if anything, it's a learning opportunity for this team to know how to handle these situations going forward.
Yeah, they're more learned.
Marco, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to OM Run, who asked the question. Did the heart rate monitor in Kevin's watch break in the fourth quarter? Hey.
I didn't have my watch on, but I could feel it was less heart rate, more blood pressure. Like I could feel the pressure, just like I couldn't calm down at all. But yeah, I should have had the heart rate monitor on. It would have told me to go to the doctor. Like
I was gonna say, you said that last night. You're like, if I was wearing my watch, it would have called the hospital on it.
Oh, it would have been a life alert for sure. He's fallen down. He's 65 and he needs help.
Yeah. No, I'm sure it would have exploded. And I don't know if Kevin has that under warranty right now.
No, I don't have that. I don't have that insurance coverage.
You don't have that
to get
Care
that fixed. No, I don't have that.
So, yeah, his watch is all good and well, and who knows what his numbers were, but it's probably best that we don't know.
Well, I'll bring it. Hey, I'm bringing it to Monday night, and we can do a heart rate watch, and then, we'll see what happens.
We'll post the numbers there, OM Run.
Yeah, it'll be my stats for the game.
Thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Jalapeno.
Yes.
Who asked the question? I watched the game while camping in my truck in 32-degree weather in the middle of Utah on my way home to San Diego. And nothing keeps you warm and cozy like a Chargers W, baby. Is Cam Hart him? Seems like defense started collapsing when he got injured. SMB, Adam Rank, and go Bolts.
Yeah, there's a couple things in here I love. The Adam Rank thing, somebody posted the funniest picture where it was like all of his predictions next to like the clown getting ready and going full clown.
Yes.
It was so funny. I might just have to go steal that and share it. Somebody really funny on Reddit made that. But yeah, suck my butt. I wonder if he's going to go, we're on Adam Rink watch right now. I'm curious what he's going to do next and how he responds to his shitty knowledge of football.
His shame. Yeah. Kyle sent us a bit of him like predicting the Chargers schedule.
Oh, we were going to win like 5 games or something.
Yeah. I think we were 7-10 was his prediction. And the wins and losses were laughable now, seeing how everything has turned out thus far.
Did he send that to us? We might have to.
He sent it in our Instagram chat. So
might have to repost that. That might be coming down the pipe.
But as far as Cam Hart, dude, they were putting him on Jamar Chase, and he was doing pretty solid up until they pulled him out for the concussion.
Yeah, the fact that he's a rookie. And we're thinking of him like, oh no, our secondary's screwed now that he's gone. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a tall, fast corner.
Efficient.
He's like one of those really unique guys that can go up against those big guys.
Hits hard, dude.
And he tackles like a monster, man. So I love our whole secondary. Fulton had some tough penalties. A couple of them seemed a little ticky-tack bullshitty to me.
Yeah.
I don't think should have been called, but it'll be all right. Yeah, he's gonna be really good for us, though. Just think about all these guys that are contributing right now. They're all making nothing. Like our cap's going to be in good shape for a while.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of guys that have these are contract years for them, and one of those guys is Zont, who has been on IR long enough.
His absence is not making my heart grow
we might
fonder.
need him back now if Hart is going on a concussion protocol of any kind. So he should be due back any day now. His 4-week window is up, or 4-game, however that breaks down, 4-week, 4-game. So hopefully we do get Zont back. That would be awesome if we can. But having both him and Cam Hart out there,
I almost don't want to mess with this right now.
Well, if he's in concussion protocol, you're not going to have a choice.
Well, the odds of him, I think the odds of Cam Hart, no, but even if say Cam Hart and Zont are both available, what do you do? Do you mess with what we've been doing?
It's that same mentality with what the coaching staff has done for everybody else that has had rotations. You put the guys in the positions that they are best at. So if Zont is good at one thing, then you're going to sub him in. And if Cam Hart is better at one thing, then you're going to sub him in, or however they deem necessary.
I know, but I'm just curious what the philosophy I get. Yeah. I'm just curious what's going to happen because of how well they're playing. And Cam Hart is a far better tackler than Zont has ever been. So I'm just curious how they're going to shake that up. Wow. It's great. It's an embarrassment of riches right now.
There you go. Jalapeno, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Snorky George. You think so? Who asked the question?
I wish predict some. I'm just scared. I'm kind of shy.
Snorky George.
I love
Kevin.
it. Hey, Snorky.
G'day, Bolt fam. I want to know if you guys think we should give DJ Chark a chance and maybe sit Josh Palmer for a week or two. Nothing against Palmer, but he's not getting a lot of targets. Wait, why not have a look? BTFU from your boy down under.
I don't know what to do with this because I've literally predicted DJ Chark getting a touchdown for the last 5 weeks on our Bolt predictions, and he hasn't even played. Like he's on the roster now, and he's no longer on IR, but he's not sniffing the field. So I don't know, dude. Maybe we've been waiting for something that's not going to happen. I'm just curious.
I mean, yeah, because we were at least expecting to see him play in this last game, but he was a healthy inactive.
Yeah.
So
I don't understand.
I don't get it either. At least as far as we know, he's a healthy inactive. He's not on the injury report, so
Yeah. Maybe they're gearing him up, I guess, for future weeks. But yeah,
but as far as
curious.
subbing him in for Josh Palmer, I mean, Palmer's still there for some clutch catches, man. Like, even though he's not getting a lot of targets, he's still making catches. He's still being productive in those necessary situations. So
I think you can activate. You flip the rigger and just flip those two.
Yeah, I don't think Rieger had a catch this last game. So
I don't think so.
So I'd rather flip that and give DJ Chark at least a snap or two.
Yeah,
but I don't know what the situation is with him. We'll have to just wait and see what ends up shaking out there, Snorky. But thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
don't be a stranger.
Thanks for asking the question. Let's move on now to Ulysses Pineda Fong, who asked the question.
Yeah, baby. The whole second half, I was getting so fucking angry, not only because of the game, but because I had 6 people giving me shit via text message all at the same time. Not a good time, man. There's nothing worse than the Chargers imploding while your friends are giving you shit about it. Second thing, I'm ready to start building Jim Harbaugh's statue because in years past, we never win that game, baby. This team is different and it makes me very stiff, baby. Let's fucking go. Okay, guys, let's point and laugh at the Raiders and Chiefs now. Ha ha. Suck my butt, douchebags. With Cam Hart's concussion, do you guys think Zon gets another shot to redeem his season? Jesse Minter for president. Okay, bye.
Okay.
That was a good one. We haven't had an Austin Powers in a while.
It's shaky at best, but
it's fun.
When people at least throw in like some of the character isms.
Yeah, it gets you back on track. Yeah.
Makes it a lot easier. So thank you for that, Ulysses. But yeah, we were just talking about it. Zon coming back, it's going to be dependent on Hart. Does he go into concussion protocol? How severe is the concussion?
I think that's the question. I think at this point, it's probably more likely that we will see Cam Hart before Zont, just because Zont's been we haven't heard anything about him. You know what I mean?
Well, they've been playing a lot of the injuries pretty close to the chest. They don't really give a ton of updates. But
I just mean
his window hasn't been activated.
Coming from that versus coming from a concussion. A lot of guys make it through concussion protocol. And it's just a question, like you said, how severe it is.
Yeah. And honestly, we don't even know how severe Zont's shoulder injury was. It was something that happened in practice.
It was off. I'm pretty sure they said it happened not at the facility. It was something else happened.
Oh, so even then, even more mystery to the shoulder injury. So don't know what the severity of his was either. But I mean,
severe enough to miss 4 weeks. That's a lot.
Severe enough to put him on IR, but not severe enough to put him out for the season. So we'll see. I don't know. It's a lot of question marks because they don't tell us nothing about these guys' injury situations. So it's Zont's position to lose at this point, and so far, Cam Hart's making a pretty good argument for being that guy. So thank you for asking the question, Ulysses. Thank you. Let's move on now to Mickey Coates, who asked the question.
Only thing missing from this team is the killer instinct to completely blow away teams. If we can find that in the next several weeks, I legit think we can win the Super Bowl this season. Since the Chiefs lost today, do you think we can win the West? They just need to lose one more.
So
it's an interesting thought because when you look at the Chiefs' remaining schedule,
I see a couple potential.
There's some chances.
There's a couple gimmies, but I would say that there's a couple could happens. The way the Texans just played tonight, and I lost one of my fantasy leagues because of Mixon, you jerk.
You son of a bitch.
That could be a problem for them. The Steelers are going to be an absolute problem for them.
Absolutely.
Steelers are a problem for everyone. They're not going to be able to do much on the Steelers. So
and
those
are
are
playing
two.
Them at Pittsburgh too, which adds a whole nother level to that.
Yeah. So that is that's 3 right there. But that's with us winning out.
Well, if we win, that's 1 loss against the Chiefs because we still got to play them. Texans, Possibly. Steelers? Possibly. I mean, for a team, like I said, that keeps winning by the skin of their teeth,
it gives us room
there's
for
some chances.
one loss to be tied with the tiebreaker.
Yeah. I mean,
it's good,
but we've got to win out too.
That's what I mean. That my whole point was we got to win out. So it's fun to look at and think and to see. Who knows? They could lose to the Panthers this upcoming weekend.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be awesome. That would be hilarious. Probably not going to happen. But
probably not.
Hey, football's football. You never know what's going to happen till the end. You can ask the Bengals. They thought they were going to win that game, and they did not.
They did not. Last I checked. So we'll see, Mickey. There's always a chance.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about football. There's always a chance. And we're not out till we're out. And when you've got a leader like Jim Harbaugh, something special could happen.
You know it.
But thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to House of Hain, who asked the question.
I say, I love me some Chargers win, but why? I say, why does it have to take years off my life? So I say, are we feeling better about fucking the Ravens on Monday night? Or did the Bengals show some flaws in our system? We need to be better in the second half. FTR, FTB, FTC, K. I say, K, love you, bye.
I agree with you on the second half. I think that's something they need to strive for. We clearly have great coaching because we come out in these games and we do well.
Yeah.
Like our scripted first, whatever page of scripted plays they have to start the game works, especially last game.
Very nice.
Now it's just getting that rhythm, that routine, and getting it going in the second half because we have not been the most effective second half team yet.
Right.
So I agree with you on that.
Yeah. I mean, as far as going up against the Ravens Monday night, all these games are going to be challenges. You never want to be like, easy. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. But it showed that these guys can win in prime time. They can win when they are on the stage. They can win against a team like the Bengals, who arguably has a better offense than the Ravens. I know their record doesn't show it, but I mean, Joe Burrow.
Ravens are pretty badass, though.
Well, I mean, Joe Burrow, I'd mentioned this stat to you. Joe Burrow threw 9 touchdowns against the Ravens. They've already played him twice.
Yeah.
Threw 9 touchdowns against the Ravens, didn't win once. But then they just lost to the Steelers, who won by 6 field goals.
Yeah. I want to say of all the games, our coaching staff has more intimate knowledge of this team than probably any other team.
Yeah.
Minter was the coach there.
That's
Ortiz was an assistant GM there. Like we are basically set up to know the playbook of what's going to happen with them.
Yeah.
Our offensive coordinator was their offensive coordinator. Yeah. They know, just you look at our staff, they were at one point employed by the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
So if there's a staff on this, if there's a team we're going up against that we have an idea of the playbook of what that's going to be, this is that week.
Well said.
Thank you. I just realized that as you were talking.
Yeah, that if this is going to be a great game is the point. This is going to be a great game because, for all the stats that Joe Burrow put against the Ravens and still comes out with a loss, I think we've got the better defense. I think that's what's going to be the edge in winning this game against the Ravens is our defense shows up and has to keep them in check. And if you can keep them in check in the way that the Steelers did, which Steelers got a great defense too. And that's how they were able to win. They didn't have the best offense. They couldn't put up a touchdown. Still won. Still beat the Ravens.
Yep.
I think we can do it. I think we can make it work.
I don't want to see it in person.
Yes. House of Hain, buddy. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Athir Kadir. Kadir, who asked the question.
Judge and champ, my babies! Brothers, I love you all! I cannot believe how great a job you're doing! Love the 2 episodes a week, baby, during the season, especially Tuesdays, baby! It's always on fire! My boys love you all, baby! Keep up the great work! Wow, what a game, baby! Oh my God, Coach Harbaugh, I love you, my dude! So happy you're coaching our squad! Let's go, baby! Now to my questions, please. I got 2, baby. First, can the Chargers defense clamp down on Henry and make Lamont throw lots, baby? My second question is, can Coach Harbaugh let Herbie cook, baby? We start with my lovely Coach Kyle, always, followed by my awesome friend Kevin, and we close it out with my always, my baby, my heart, my life, Wall Dog, baby. Bold prediction, Chargers defense holds Lamar under 210 yards.
Bolt will spank the ass, baby. Chargers 31, Ravens 13, baby. Okay, love you. Bye. Ravens fans, suck my butt, baby.
Bolt will spank the ass.
Spank the ass, baby.
So good. It's here. There's a lot in here. I love it all.
Yes. So the two questions. Can the Chargers defense clamp down on Henry and make Lamar throw lots? Yes.
I think our defensive line can. Henry's going to be a bruiser, and we're just going to have to figure it out. I think I really don't know how we're going to attack this, because that's the problem with Lamar. Like, he has a good arm. He's not Justin Herbert accurate, but he can run like he's the best running quarterback in the league. So I'm curious what this Minter game plan looks like, because he's had a great one for every single team. So I think he can clamp them down.
Yeah.
I think they might be productive. I don't think they're going to score a lot, though.
Yeah. I mean, keeping them under 210 yards, that would be pretty impressive.
200, yeah, good. We'll see. They've had great weeks where they explode and go crazy. Then they also play a defense which you could say we're comparable to Pittsburgh in terms of what what we do. And
I mean, just in points allowed.
Yeah,
I think it's us in Pittsburgh at the top right now. So.
We're 1, they're 2 in terms of that. So, we might have fallen down a little bit on some of the other stats, like sacks and some of that stuff, like yards allowed. But I think that's the closest thing. Go back and look at that game, and you might get something a little easier to compare.
Absolutely. And then can Coach Harbaugh let Herbie cook? I think he's letting Herbie cook right now.
Dude, he's not even telling it. Like, somebody asked him if they're gonna like talk to him about the fumble, and Harbaugh was like, no. I'm not gonna talk to him about that. He knows. I'm not gonna paralysis by analysis, just gonna like talk to him about it. He knows.
Yeah, what am I gonna say to him that he doesn't already know?
He's like, just go out there and do it. You know what to do. It's basically what he said. So he's just, if he wants to cook, he's gonna cook.
Yeah. I mean, and the kills Herbert's calling at the line. He called like 10 or 15 kills.
Well, and they're letting him cook, dude. Look how much more we're throwing the ball now.
Yeah.
That's not how we started the season.
Yeah. All those 20-plus yard plays, he's cooking.
Yeah, he's lazing.
And he's running, too. I mean, the runs that he had before that fumble were awesome. I mean, the guy can scoot, so they're going to let him cook 100% there, Athir. And I love the bowl prediction, 31-13. I mean, give me that.
Take it.
I'll take that all day long. That would be a sweet game to go to.
Yes.
Athir, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. And we go out of Ask Boltfam with Tony Francis.
Tony,
go ask the question. What's up, soldiers? That game was fucking crazy, boys. It made me cheer, smile, scream, cry, and pace uncontrollably all at the same time. But guess what, cadets? We didn't Brandon Staley that game. We Jim Harbaugh'd the fuck out of those cats. 2 missed field goals. Defense shows up in the final 2 drives of the game. Can't really explain it other than Jim fucking Harbaugh. Coach, it was awesome to see you at Thunder Rally. Your son with this mini diehard Bolt Club hat is awesome. My first question is directed at you, Coach. What happened in that second half? Why do you think the Chargers continue to try and air it out instead of run the ball? My second question is directed at you, Kev. Those 2 missed field goals. Oh, my fucking God, soldier. Do you believe in your heart that the Jim Harbaugh effect caused that kicker to miss? Also, why do you think Herbert was considerably less accurate in the second half compared to the first? And my last question is directed at you, Wolldog. Why the fuck you trying to break Kevin's toes? He only has 10 of them. Well, maybe 9 now. Go easy on him, cadet. We need all of Kevin's toes for the Ravens game. Let's go, soldiers. Anyways, the Raiders, burn the kingdom, kick the donkeys. You, Nathan Shepard, and suck my butt. Juice out.
Tony Juice Francis strikes again.
The juice.
Squeeze the juice.
Squeeze it. All right. Glad you got to see Kyle at the game and his little son with his little diehard Bolt Club hat.
If I'm not mistaken, I think we're going to be able to see you, Tony.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Juice Francis.
The juice. The juice is
rally.
The juice is loose.
The juice is loose.
But to answer your questions, we'll try to answer you for Kev as far as what happened in the second half. I mean, it is interesting that they didn't really run it that much. They kept putting it in Herbert's hands to throw it. So I don't know maybe they just felt like that was the better option.
It just felt like there's just some timing issues. He got kind of off. They got off rhythm that first series where it was a 3-and-out. I believe it was 3-and-out. It was like he threw to QJ a couple times, and they weren't like drops. They were just off the mark.
Yeah.
So he came out like, I don't know. There's no good reason for it. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Just too many 3-and-outs. That's why that second half looked the way it did.
Yeah, they couldn't get a momentum going. They couldn't find that groove, when you have those 3-and-outs. So, but it's all good. We came out with a win. As far as your questions for Kev, 2 missed field goals. Do you believe that the Jim Harbaugh effect caused the kicker to miss?
Well, I think it was that, but it was also Adam and myself chanting,
100%.
miss it, because it worked 60% of the time every time.
I don't even think it's just me and you. I mean, I'm getting text messages from my dad. I'm getting messages from other people.
It works,
it's
dude.
a thing. It works.
But yeah, dude, it's the Harbaugh effect for sure. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't get into the kicker's mind because that's all kickers. These are just shanks. These aren't like we're like dialing up the perfect special teams play to get a block or anything. So,
right.
I don't know. It's a good question.
And why do you think Herbert was considerably less accurate in the second half?
Yeah, I think it was. I think he was just slightly off. He got that. We had so much freaking momentum in that first half. Like he was just humming. Every single ball was like a perfect. Like people were talking about these are going to be on like posters of him like throwing some of these passes. Yeah. And he just that first series they came out and they were flat. They didn't get it going. And just a couple. It was like a drop, and then there was like a couple near misses, and they just didn't get it rolling. And then I think from honestly the play call they were just like, all right, we're going to double down on Justin, give Justin the ball, give Justin the ball, like put it in his hands. It almost felt like a challenging game from the coaches just to be like, Justin, you're the guy.
Yeah.
Even if this shit's not working, you're still going to be given the ball to win us this game. Yeah. So I think that's kind of had something to do with it too.
Probably. I mean, and defenders were getting to him too. I mean, he was getting sacked that game.
Oh, dude, the photo of that last throw to Ladd where he's like on his back with his legs up,
in the air, just like
looking at it through his legs is the funniest picture.
And then as far as Kevin's toes, I wasn't trying to break his toes.
Yeah, I need all my little piggies.
I was trying to give him like a high five, but with his foot.
Yeah,
all right?
I need all my piggies. These piggies aren't going to go to the market, okay? If you keep hitting them.
Is there an injury update, or are you still working through something?
It's a slight bruise, but I will survive.
Is it really bruised?
It's a little bruise on it.
Really?
Yeah, a little.
Oh my God.
Dude, you don't know your own strength, dude. You're the wool dog. I gotta get you a leash, bro. Yeah.
Right. There you go, Tony. Thank you, buddy, for asking the question. And thank you, everybody, for asking questions. And Ask Boltfam, we greatly appreciate it. Again, sorry Kyle couldn't be with us to revel again in that game and the win, but hey,
he rallied. He was at the game.
He rallied. He was there. He's tuckered out. Let him rest. It's a rest day for him, and we're gonna do it again on Monday.
We'll see you. Yeah, we'll see you Friday with Coach Kai.
Yeah, and come hell or high water, Kevin and I will hold Kyle up if we have to.
We can have Bernie's his ass for sure.
Exactly. So, all right. Well, that's gonna do it for us here at Charger Chats. Any final thoughts there, Kev? Anything you need to get off your chest?
I just am so excited to go to a primetime game with a home field advantage. So if you don't have tickets and you're listening to this and you can go and it's a possibility, let's all go celebrate. Let's all go do this together. Let's go experience. Let's experience this together. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, let's do it. There you go, folks. That's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Do you love your friends, but not the way they treat your toes? Who needs a toe-stomping accident to ruin game night? The accidental stomp. The impromptu toe-squashing bear hug. It's time to keep your piggies safe with Huggin's Piggy Protector. Made from soft yet durable materials, this toe armor saves you from well-meaning but accidentally violent hugs, high fives, and chair shuffling chaos. Huggins keeps your feet safe from friendly fire and your dignity intact. So when your buddy tries to give you a high five with your foot, Huggins has got your piggies covered. Huggins Piggy Protector. For when your friend's strength is just a little too much for your feet.